Nowadays, few men dare to dream of victory.
Vorwärts! Vorwärts, hab ich gesagt!
The moment, we could almost taste it. Shame I won't be able to savor it.
Achtung! Legt an! Feuer!
Since 1998, Commandos has been one of the kings when it comes to real-time stealth tactic games, dropping you behind enemy lines with nothing but the unique skills of the commandos you're playing, and no reinforcements you can just call in at will. Hiding in a bush, crouching along the path, laying traps, silently killing Nazis and looting them, that is the way how it is done in the Commandos series. Now 27 years later, after the first Commandos Behind Enemy Lines got released, a new title waits for us, Commandos Oehrchen, telling the origin story of the well-known characters of the Commando series, Green Beret, Zapper, the Sniper, the Driver, the Marine, and the Spy, and shows us how they became the unit we know. Developed by Claymore Game Studios and published by Kalypso Media. Commandos Origins is a real-time tactics game, means you are able to control each of the characters separately with some very unique abilities. Barbed wire blocking a path? No problem, Zapper can easily take care of it and open the way for the rest of the team. Climbing up a wall to take out an enemy silently from behind? Green Beret is your man. Sniping someone from the distance? Obviously, the sniper has to be called in. And at the same time, you might want to take out tanks with explosive or cause chaos with an MG34. In detailed designed maps, you will be offered multiple approaches to reach your goal depending on the people you have with you in your unit, with some that might not seem very obvious and let you think for a while. Already in the second mission, I was trying to get my head around how to pass a Nazi base in Antarctica without being seen. It took me several hours, honestly. How that one works? Well, I will let you figure that one out. Sometimes it is easier than you think, but we won't. Integrated is an alarm system, means the more attention you get, the more alerted the base will be and might end up in a search for your team. Already in the second mission, you can see some of the details and visual strengths Commandos Origins is presenting to you and your gameplay. Highly detailed maps in a great resolution and smaller details like footprints in the snow start to matter and might be leading an enemy to your hiding spot, searching for your teammates. The inside of buildings are not displayed as a separate game section anymore, but being integrated seamless into the vast game map. No longer will the surrounding of a building turn black, everything stays connected. The strength of the Unreal 5 engine can clearly be seen in this game and the power of the computers we have nowadays. Important to note is the actions of one team member could theoretically impact team members on the other side of the map, so make sure to always keep your units hidden at all time if not controlled, and if you don't really have a plan, at least have some kind of tactic. One tactic could be quick saving, for example, and yes, this is the return of the famous quick save and load buttons, which many games start to forget. Never expected this to be some kind of nostalgia factor. I tend to quick save just before every action I try to take against an enemy. There's just so much that could go wrong during the next move, so don't be ashamed if you tend to save quite a lot. I do it. Compared to Behind Enemy Lines, Men of Courage or even Destination Berlin, Origins has evolved quite a bit, but still feels familiar. The UI got cleaned up by quite a bit compared to Commandos 3. But I was not missing anything. The game brings us a few cutscenes and some storytelling to get you riding along. Voice lines are also not missing, and be it the chatter between your units while they are trying to fulfill your tasks. And then we have the typical ALARM! or other callouts from the German troops. In addition, a round-based game mode, which can be switched on and off, helps you coordinate simultaneous actions to overcome some more complex scenarios in-game. In regards of difficulty, not going to lie, I find the game complicated and I need to be in the right mood. While the controls are very easy to remember and actions are straightforward, the game requires from the player some complex problem solving, where the solution is not always straight visible, but sometimes it is easier than you think. So don't expect just an easy game where you can drop in at highest difficulty and speedrun your way through the mission. But if you do, please leave me a comment, I want to watch that. For me, it took a while and some thinking to move slowly through the missions. To be very honest, at times the game even felt a little bit frustratingly difficult. Obviously, this is a very personal assumption. You might be cleverer than me and find this game like a walk in the park. Would be curious to hear how it went for you. Maybe drop a comment. Speaking of missions, you will be getting 14 missions with each 1 to 2 objectives and numerous side tasks to work on. Each mission will require stealth, and no problem to take down an enemy, but to be unseen could be rather complicated, especially when you care about the safe disposal of your enemy. Multiplayer sounds great in theory. Coordinating with a friend to pull off a perfect ambush could double the fun and might make tactical planning and thinking even more interesting. This is possible either in local split-screen mode or in online co-op. Sadly, I was unable to try multiplayer just yet, so if you tried it, please also let me know how it works and if it fulfills your expectations. So what platforms will we see Commandos Origins? Good question. For the moment, a release will hit PC, including controller support, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Commandos is making a great return with Origins. While it is not perfect and I think newcomers might be struggling with the difficulty slightly, the game is a treat for tactics junkies. The stealth, the planning, the graphics and audio are delivering a solid package. I would say give it a shot. Okay, now it is your turn. Are you a Commandos veteran? Have you played behind enemy lines or even Men of Courage? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, I hope you enjoy the game and hopefully I see you on the next one.
So, what's the story that made you end up in the Commandos?
They needed a sniper, I was available.
Shite story.